If there's one thing you should know about Chicago, it's sports. Chicago is home to 5 major sporting franchises: the Bulls, the Cubs, White Sox, Blackhawks, and the Bears. Welcome, Sports Plug Nation, as I'm about to dive a deep look at all of Chicago's sports championships over the years. Chicago Cubs. Chicago is one of just 4 American metro areas with 2 Major League Baseball teams. The Cubs are one of those teams, as they are the oldest Major League Baseball franchise that has never relocated. Like, what? They won 3 World Series championships and tied for 4th in the National League with 17 pennants. In 2016, the Cubs ended 2 of professional sports' longest droughts. They won a championship for the first time in 108 years in 1908, and they played in the World Series for the first time in 71 years in 1945. During that year, the Cubs won the National League Division Series against the San Francisco Giants and advanced to the National League Championship Series for the 2nd straight year, defeating the Los Angeles Dodgers in 6 games. This was the team's first National League title since the series began in 1969. In the 2016 World Series, the Cubs came back from a 3-game deficit to overcome the Cleveland Indians in 7 games. Tremendous. Now, the Bears have won Super Bowl, 9 NFL championships, and hold the NFL record for the most members in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. On January 26, 1986, in New Orleans, Louisiana, the Chicago Bears scored a Super Bowl record for points in the defeat of the New England Patriots 46-10, and won their first championship since 1963. Led by coach Mike Ditka, a tight end for the Bears during their 1963 championship win, won 17 of 18 games to reach the championship matchup with the Patriots, who became only the 4th wildcard team in history to advance to the Super Bowl, after Tony Franklin kicked a 36-yard field goal only 1 minute and 19 seconds were left in the game. New England took the quickest lead in Super Bowl history. It was mostly downhill for the Patriots from there, as the Bears built a 23-3 lead by halftime, gaining a total of 236 yards compared to New England's minus 19. Come on, man. The young Patriots quarterback Tony Eason had 0 completions and 6 passes and was sacked 3 times and fumbled once before half. The mighty Bears defense made a crucial impact on the game, causing 6 turnovers, 4 on which were led to touchdowns, and holding New England to a total of 7 rushing yards all game. I doubt we'll ever see any defense like that again. The Bears were cooking on offense too, as the quarterback Jim McMahon completed 12 of 20 passes and for 256 yards, no interceptions. Defensive tackle William "the Refrigerator" Perry had one of the most game's memorable moments, running a 1-yard touchdown and spiking the ball in celebration. Then, of course, there was sweetness. Walter Payton carried 22 times for 61 yards, but he didn't score a touchdown. That was one of the disappointing things, as you see this was a great defensive league at that time. Back to baseball, their other team, the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox were founded as a Major League Baseball club in 1900 as the Chicago Stockings before simplifying their name to the White Sox in 1904. They were one of the American League's 8 charter franchises. The team began playing at Southside Park before relocating to Comiskey Park in 1910, where they remained until 1991. With the defense-oriented squad dubbed the Hitless Wonders, the White Sox won the 1906 World Series and the 1917 World Series. Then, the Black Sox scandal, in which some White Sox players were suspected of collaborating with gamblers to rig games, that overshadowed the 1919 World Series. The White Sox won their 3rd World Series title in over 88 seasons in 2005. They swept the Astros in 4 games. The 2005 White Sox followed the 1995 Atlanta Braves and the 1999 New York Yankees as the only clubs to win the World Series after only losing 1 game in the division and championship series combined. Now on to the Chicago Blackhawks. Since their inception in 1926, Blackhawks have won 6 Stanley Cup championships. They are one of the NHL's original 6. Their latest championship came during the 2014-15 season. The Blackhawks swept the Minnesota Wild, then swept the Nashville Predators to reach the Western Conference Finals for the 7th time in 7 years. The top seed Anaheim Ducks pushed Chicago to the edge and led the series 3-2. However, the Blackhawks showed their toughness and came back to win Game 6 and 7 to win the series. And the squad won its third Stanley Cup in 6 seasons by defeating the Tampa Bay Lightning in the 2015 Stanley Cup Finals. And of course, the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls had their greatest success in the 1990s, and this is when really the NBA really became popular around the globe. Definitely one of the greatest NBA dynasties ever, winning 6 championships and 2 three-peats between 1991 and 1998. You know, the great combination of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Coach Phil Jackson led those teams to the championship. The Bulls are the only team in NBA history to have won titles without ever losing in an NBA Finals series. Now, their first chip, they set a franchise record with 61 wins in the 91 season and cruised through the playoffs, sweeping the Knicks in the first round, the Sixers in the semifinals, and then sweeping the defending champion Pistons in the conference finals, going on to win the NBA Finals in 5 games over Magic Johnson's LA Lakers. Then in 1992, the Bulls won their second straight chip and after setting a new franchise record with 67 wins. They swept the Miami Heat in the first round, beat the New York Knicks in 7 games in the second round, and the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games in the third round, right before defeating the Clyde Drexler-led Portland Trail Blazers in 6 games. Then in 93, once again, defeating Atlanta Hawks, Cleveland Cavs, and the New York Knicks in the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. And then lastly, against the Phoenix Suns in the finals. Paxson's three-pointer with 3.9 seconds left, giving them a 99-98 victory in the title-clinching Game 6. The 1995 season was one of a kind. Jordan won the elusive Triple Crown with the NBA MVP, NBA All-Star Game MVP, and NBA Finals MVP. Phil Jackson was awarded Coach of the Year, and Tony Kukoc got 6th Man of the Year. And Jordan, Pippen, and Dennis Rodman were all named to the NBA All-Defensive First Team. They went on to beat Gary Payton and the Supersonics 4-2 in the finals. In the 96-97 season, they defeated John Stockton, Karl Malone, and the Utah Jazz 4-2. As expected, they met the Jazz again, and it was a great series. Came down to Game 6 with just 5.2 seconds left on the clock. Jordan sank that shot. What a great way to end his book and their chapter to that Bulls era. Now that's wraps, man. Go ahead and subscribe by the bell if you're new. Appreciate the view. Give a thumbs up, of course. And as always, thank you for watching.